Spain is a country in Europe. Many people like to visit Spain for holidays. They often stay in holiday homes. Some people use websites like Airbnb to find these homes. People who own a home can rent it out to tourists for a short time. But lately, something is changing in Spain. The government is worried. They think that too many homes are used for tourists. This makes it very hard for local people to find a home to live in. Rent prices are going up very fast. Many Spanish people cannot afford to live in the cities or areas where they work. So, the Spanish government has made a big decision. They have told Airbnb to remove a large number of holiday homes from its platform. This is not a small number. It is tens of thousands of homes. The government says these homes do not follow the rules. They are not legal holiday rentals. These homes are not just in one place. They are in many important parts of Spain. This includes the capital city, Madrid. It also includes Barcelona, a very popular tourist city. And it includes places like the islands, which many people visit for holidays. The main reason for this action is the housing problem. People in Spain need homes to live in. They are angry because many homes that could be for families are being used for tourists instead. They feel that finding a home to live in is a basic right. The government's order to Airbnb is based on rules. Spain has rules for holiday rentals. For example, a holiday home needs a special license number. This number must be shown in any advertisement for the home. The government says that many listings on Airbnb do not have this number, or they use a wrong number. This means the homes might not be safe or legal. This decision is a big step. It shows that the Spanish government is serious about the housing problem. It is also a big challenge for Airbnb and the people who rent out their homes. Many people make money from renting to tourists. This situation in Spain is interesting. It shows the difficulties that popular tourist places face. How can they welcome many visitors and still make sure local people have places to live? This story is important because other countries have similar problems. What happens in Spain could be an example for them. In the following chapters, we will explore this story more deeply. We will learn exactly how many homes the government wants removed. We will understand the specific rules that were broken. We will see how Airbnb is reacting to this big order. We will hear from the people who are finding it hard to find homes. We will look at the numbers and laws more closely. We will also hear different opinions about this decision, and we will think about what might happen next. This is a story about homes, rules, tourism, and people's lives. It is a story that is still happening. 2. What Spain did. Spain's government took a big step. They told the company Airbnb to remove many holiday homes from their online platform. These are homes that people rent for short periods, like holidays. The government wants Airbnb to block over 65,000 of these listings. The exact number is 65,935 listings. This is a very large number of homes. These homes are in different parts of Spain. Many of them are in Spain's biggest cities. For example, a lot are in Madrid and Barcelona. These cities are very popular places to visit and also places where many people live. The homes are also in other parts of Spain that many tourists like to visit. These popular holiday areas include Valencia, Andalusia, the Balearic Islands, and the Basque Country. The government says that all the homes they want removed are whole apartments, not just single rooms inside a house. The government says that these holiday homes are listed illegally. They say the advertisements for these homes on Airbnb do not follow the rules. These rules are for renting out whole apartments to tourists. One important rule is about a license number. Every home rented to tourists must have a special license number from the local government. This number shows that the home is legal and meets safety requirements. But the government found that many of the ads on Airbnb do not show this needed license number. This is one main reason the government wants them removed. Another rule is that the ad should clearly say who the owner is. It should say if the home is owned by a person or by a company. This information is important for people who are renting the home, but some ads on Airbnb do not give this information. Also, the government found that some ads show license numbers that are not real. The numbers do not match any official records. This means people who rent these homes might think they are legal and safe, but they are not. The government says these problems mean the ads break the law for advertising tourist housing. The Ministry of Consumer Rights in Spain is the part of the government that sent this order to Airbnb. They sent 3 official messages to Airbnb listing the homes that break the rules. The ministry wants Airbnb to remove all 65,935 homes from their website. The minister, Mr. Pablo Bustindai, said that doing this is important. He said it helps to stop illegal short-term rentals. He also said it helps to protect people's right to housing. Airbnb did not agree with the government's order at first. They went to court in Madrid to fight against the first group of homes the government wanted removed. This first group had 5,800 homes, but the court in Madrid looked at the case. The court said that the government was correct. The court ordered Airbnb to remove these first 5,800 homes right away. This court decision supported the government's action. Because the court agreed with them, the government is continuing with its plan. They want Airbnb to remove all 65,935 listings that they have identified. The government says these homes must follow the rules just like other places people can rent. They believe this action will help with the problems in the housing market. Many of these homes are in places where it is very difficult for local people to find a place to live. The government says it will keep working to remove all the homes on the list that do not follow the rules. This action shows how serious Spain is about changing the situation with holiday rentals and housing. It is a big step to make sure homes are used legally and safely. 3. Why the homes are a problem. The Spanish government says many holiday homes on Airbnb are a problem. They say these homes do not follow the rules. One big problem is that many homes do not show their license number. In Spain, homes rented to tourists often need a special paper, like a license. This license shows the home is registered and follows safety rules. But many ads on Airbnb do not have this number. The Ministry of Consumer Rights looked at thousands of listings. They found that almost all of them were missing this important number. This means people might rent a place that is not officially checked or safe. Another issue is about who owns the home. The rules say that the ad should tell you if the owner is just one person or a company. This is important for people who rent the home. If something goes wrong, knowing if it's a person or a business helps you know your rights. But many ads do not give this information. They hide if a big company is renting out many apartments. Sometimes the ads do show a number, but it is not a real one. The number might be wrong or fake. This makes people think the home is legal and has a license, but it does not. This is against the rules for advertising holiday homes. It can trick people into renting places that are not legal or safe. The government says these problems mean people who rent these homes are not protected. If there is a problem with the apartment, the renter might not have help. The places might not meet safety standards. They might not have fire alarms or other necessary things. Renting a home without the right papers can be risky. Minister Pablo Bustindai from the Ministry of Consumer Rights talked about this. He said this is about ending wrong behavior in holiday rentals. He believes that having a home to live in is a basic right. Using homes for tourists in a way that breaks the rules hurts this right for people who live in Spain. He said it is time to stop protecting people who make money from homes in the wrong way. These problems are mostly with whole apartments, not just single rooms. Many of these apartments are in cities like Madrid and Barcelona. These are popular places, but it is also very hard to find a place to live there. The government says many of these apartments are managed by companies, not just small owners renting out their spare room. These companies might have many apartments and use them all for tourists without following the rules. The rules that are being broken are regional rules. Different parts of Spain have their own laws for tourist homes. For example, the law in one region says every ad for a short-term rental must show a valid tourism license. Thousands of ads on Airbnb do not follow this simple rule. The ministry says they worked with the regional governments. They told them about the listings that were not following the rules. The ministry sent 3 official orders to Airbnb about these problems. Each order listed thousands of homes that needed to be removed because they did not follow the laws, like missing license numbers or hiding who the owner is. The goal of the government is to stop this general lack of control. They want to make sure that holiday rentals follow the rules. This is to protect the people who rent the homes. It is also to protect the people who live in the areas. When many homes are used for tourists without following rules, it can cause problems for the local community. The government wants to make sure everyone follows the law, whether they are a small owner or a big company. They believe this is important for the housing situation in Spain. 4. Airbnb says no. Airbnb heard the news from the Spanish government. The company did not agree with the government's order. Airbnb said that the Ministry of Consumer Rights did not have the power to make these rules. They believed the government was wrong in how it found the homes on the list. Airbnb said the government used a method that was not fair. They said this method included homes that should not be on the list. Airbnb also said the government did not give them a clear list showing why each home was against the rules. The company said it needed proof to show which homes were truly illegal and which were not. Because of this, Airbnb said it would fight the government's decision. They said they would take the case to court. Airbnb wanted the court to say that the government's order was not right. However, before Airbnb could fight the whole order, a court had already looked at the first group of homes. The government had asked Airbnb to remove 5,800 listings first. This was the first part of the plan to remove many homes. The court in Madrid looked at the government's reasons for wanting these first 5,800 homes removed. The court also listened to Airbnb's arguments. After looking at everything, the court made a decision. The court did not agree with Airbnb. The court said that the government's actions were correct. The court ordered Airbnb to remove those first 5,800 listings immediately. The court's decision supported what the government was doing. Even with the court's order for the first homes, Airbnb still planned to fight the larger order. The government wants Airbnb to remove a total of 65,935 listings. These listings are for whole apartments in many different parts of Spain. They are in big cities like Madrid and Barcelona, and in popular holiday areas like the Balearic Islands and Andalusia. The Ministry of Consumer Rights told Airbnb to block all 65,935 listings after the court agreed with their first step. The government says that by law, Airbnb must follow this order. If Airbnb does not remove the homes as the government and the court ordered, the government can do more. They can give Airbnb fines. This would mean Airbnb would have to pay money because they did not follow the rules. So, while Airbnb said they would fight the government's order in court, the first step of that fight did not go well for them. The court agreed with the government and said the first group of 5,800 homes must be taken down right away. The government plans to continue until all the homes on their list are removed, even if Airbnb does not agree. 5. People need homes. It is very hard for people to find a home in Spain right now. Finding a place to live has become a very big problem for many families and young people. The cost of renting a home is very high. It is hard for people to pay the rent each month. Also, buying a home is very expensive. Many people cannot save enough money to buy a place. Because of this problem, many people are very angry. They feel that their own country does not have enough homes for them. They think that too many homes are used for people who come for holidays. These homes are not for the people who live and work in Spain every day. In the last few months, many people have gone out into the streets. They are protesting. They want to show the government and everyone else how big the problem is. There have been protests in many cities in Spain. Big cities like Madrid and Barcelona have seen many people protesting. Also, in popular holiday areas and on islands, people are protesting. In April of 2025, hundreds of thousands of people marched in the streets. They were in more than 40 different cities across Spain. They carried signs and shouted things. They said things like, "We need homes, not hotels," and "Get holiday rentals out of our neighborhoods." They feel that the growing number of holiday homes is making the housing problem worse. People who protest say that the tourism industry is growing too fast. They say it uses too many resources. They see homes in their areas changing from places where families live to places for tourists to stay for a few days. This changes the neighborhoods and makes it harder for local people to stay there. Some protesters did special things to get attention. On the Canary Islands, some people even stopped eating for a time to show how serious they were. They said that the islands cannot handle too many tourists because there are not enough resources for everyone. The people protesting want the government to do more. They want the government to help them find homes they can afford. They believe that having a home to live in is a basic right for everyone. They want the government to protect this right. They want rules that make sure there are enough homes for the people who live in Spain, not just for tourists. They feel that for too long, homes have been used more for making money from tourists than for giving local people a place to live. This situation has created a lot of anger and worry among many people in Spain. They hope that their protests will make things change and help solve the big problem of finding a home. 6. Numbers and rules. Spain has many homes that people rent out for short holidays. There are around 400,000 of these homes in Spain. This number is not staying the same. It is growing quickly. Every year, thousands more homes become holiday rentals. This growth shows how popular holiday rentals are for visitors, but it also changes things for people who live in Spain, especially in cities and popular areas. Most places in Spain have rules for holiday homes. These rules are made by the local governments in different regions. One important rule is that owners need a special paper, called a license or registration number, to rent their home to tourists. This license proves the home is legal and follows local laws for tourist housing. The rules often say that this license number must be shown clearly in any advertisement for the holiday home, like on websites. This helps people who want to rent know that the place is officially registered and likely safe. Another rule in some places is that the advertisement must clearly say if the owner is just one person or a company. This information is important for people who rent the home because it affects consumer protection and how things work legally. Sometimes ads for holiday homes do not show the license number, or they show a number that is not real or does not match official records. These things break the rules. If owners do not follow these rules, they can have problems. The government can fine them money. The fines can be large amounts. This is because the rules are there to protect both the people who live in the area by controlling the number of tourist rentals and the tourists who visit by making sure the places they rent are legal and safe. Spain is not the only country thinking about rules for holiday rentals. Many other countries in Europe are also making stricter rules. They see that holiday rentals are changing cities and making it hard for local people to find homes to live in at a good price. For example, the European Union is working on new rules for all countries in Europe. Soon, online companies that list holiday rentals, like websites and apps, will need to share information about all bookings every month with a central authority. This will help governments check that the rules are being followed everywhere in Europe in a more organized way. Many cities and countries in Europe are also making their own rules. Some cities have rules about how many days a year a home can be rented to tourists. Cities like London and Amsterdam have limits on the number of days a home can be used for short rentals. Other cities are going further. For example, Barcelona, a big city in Spain, plans to stop almost all licensed holiday rentals by the year 2028. Italy has new rules that require a special tax number for every holiday listing. Croatia is also looking at stopping new holiday permits in popular tourist areas. Spain also plans to make owners of holiday rentals pay more tax. The goal is to make the rules and costs for holiday rentals more similar to the rules for hotels and other official lodging businesses. This is another way governments are trying to manage the growth of the holiday rental market. While there are many holiday homes, Spain also has many homes that are empty. There are about 4.7 million empty homes in Spain. This number is much bigger than the number of holiday homes. This shows that the problem of finding homes for people to live in is big and has many reasons, including not enough new homes being built. But the rules for holiday rentals and the growing number of these homes are an important part of this story. Governments are trying to find ways to balance the benefits of tourism with the need for people who live and work in Spain to have affordable places to live. The rules and numbers show the scale of the issue and why governments are taking action. 7. Different views. Spain's government thinks the decision to remove many holiday homes from Airbnb is good. They say it is necessary because many of these homes do not follow the rules. The government believes this action will help with the big problem of finding homes for people to live in. Minister Pablo Bustindai said it stops illegal rentals and helps protect housing as a basic right. Groups that help people find homes also agree. They are happy because they think using homes for tourists makes it hard for local people to find places to live. Consumer groups like FACUA want strong actions against companies that list homes without the right papers. They say it protects people who rent and people who follow the rules. But Airbnb and some people who own these holiday homes do not agree. Airbnb says the government does not have the power to make these rules. They say the government made mistakes when choosing which homes to remove. Airbnb believes their business helps Spain's economy. They say that tourists who stay in these homes spend a lot of money in local shops and restaurants. Some reports say this money was around 29.6 billion euros in 1 year. They also say many jobs depend on this tourism. Some owners of holiday homes are also unhappy. They say they follow the rules and use the money they earn from renting to tourists to live. They think it is unfair to remove their homes if they are doing everything right. They say Spain has many empty houses, about 4.7 million. They think the government should help people use these empty houses instead of stopping holiday rentals. Experts who study money and housing have different ideas. Some experts think removing holiday homes will help a little with the housing problem. They say it might make rents go down a little in some areas, but they also say it will not fix the whole problem. They believe Spain needs to build more homes and stop people from buying too many houses just to make money. Other experts worry that this action might not help much. They say it could hurt people who rent out a spare room sometimes. They also think tourists might just go to hotels or find other ways to rent homes that are not controlled by rules. They are not sure if removing these homes will really make it easier for local people to find long-term homes at lower prices. So, people have many different ideas about if this decision is right and what will happen because of it. 8. What happens next? Thousands of people who booked holidays in Spain might see their plans change very soon. The Spanish government has ordered Airbnb to remove many holiday rental listings from its website. This order means that thousands of holiday bookings could be canceled. People who plan to stay in these homes for their holidays will need to find new places to stay or get their money back. What will the owners of these holiday homes do? Some owners might try to follow the new rules now. They might work hard to get the right papers and licenses needed to rent their homes to tourists legally. This includes getting a special license number and showing it in their online ad. Other owners might think it is too difficult or expensive to follow the rules. They might decide to stop renting their homes to tourists completely. Some owners and the company Airbnb itself plan to fight the government's decision in court. They do not agree with the new rules or how they are being used. Airbnb has said that the government does not have the power to make these rules for holiday rentals. The Spanish government says it will keep working to remove listings. They want Airbnb to take down all 65,935 listings that they say do not follow the rules. The government has sent 3 orders to Airbnb about these homes. If Airbnb does not remove the listings, the government can give the company large fines. The government says their action is necessary. They want to stop illegal holiday rentals and protect the right of people to find a home to live in Spain. They argue that too many homes are used for short tourist stays, which makes it very hard and expensive for local people to rent or buy a home. However, not everyone thinks this plan will fix the housing problem. Some people are worried that just stopping holiday rentals is not enough. They say the government also needs to build more homes for people to live in long term. There are also concerns that if the rules are too strict, some owners might rent their homes without getting a license or telling the government. This is sometimes called the black market, and it is much harder for the government to see and control. This action by Spain starts a big and important discussion. It asks how a country that welcomes many tourists can also make sure its own people have homes. Tourism brings a lot of money to Spain, but people need safe and affordable places to live. Finding the right balance between tourism and housing is a difficult challenge for Spain. Many different groups are watching closely to see what happens next. Groups that work to help people find homes want to see if the government's action helps to lower the cost of renting, or if more homes become available for local families. People who work in the tourism business and companies like Airbnb will watch to see how the rules are put into practice. They want to know if it will hurt their jobs or businesses. People who are asking for stronger rights for renters hope the government will do even more. They want the government to build more affordable houses and protect people who rent homes. Experts who study the economy and housing will look at the numbers in the coming months. They will check if the prices of homes change and if it becomes easier for local people to find places to rent. Spain is not the only country dealing with these issues. Many cities in Europe and around the world are also trying to control holiday rentals. Barcelona, a big city in Spain, has already announced plans to remove almost all licensed holiday rental flats by the year 2028. The European Union is also creating new rules for companies like Airbnb and Booking.com. These rules will make these companies share information about who is renting homes and for how long. This will help governments check that holiday rentals are following the law. Other countries like Portugal, Italy, and Croatia are also making their rules for tourist rentals stricter. Some famous cities like London and Amsterdam have rules that limit how many days a home can be rented to tourists each year. What Spain is doing right now is a big step. It is one of the strongest actions taken by a country in Europe against holiday rentals. Other countries that have problems with finding homes for people and also have a lot of tourism will watch Spain very carefully. They want to learn from Spain's experience. Will this plan help local people find homes, or will it cause different problems for tourism or the housing market? This situation shows how complex it is to manage both tourism and the need for housing at the same time. What do you think about Spain's decision? Do you think stopping holiday rentals is a good way to help people find homes, or should the government try something else? Please share your thoughts.
Hey there! Just a second before you go. If you learned something new today, please give this video a like, write your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second, and it really, really helps to create even better English videos for you. Your support means the world. Thank you.